As we get into this new month, it's important to know, kind of what the overall theme is and what's crafting all the stories that we're talking about and why we put them together in this way. So for the month of May, which I know that's crazy that we're already there, with our preschoolers down to 2, we are looking at a work of art is kind of the theme. And you guys have seen art before. You've seen, your kids do art, or so it could be called possibly. And the idea is when you're making a work of art, whether it's, painting, whether it's drawing, whether it's you're building something, there's a plan. There's a plan that's the purpose. Now with our kids, obviously there's a little bit less of a plan, but as you grow, and this is part of what we're trying to help them learn, you learn that it's better to have a plan as you're moving forward. And so with that in mind, that's what we're talking about with the kids this month, is that God has a plan for me. God has a plan for me. When we were created, He already has a plan for us, and we want the kids to really start grasping that. So God has a plan for me. And the verse that we're looking at for this whole month is from Psalm 33:11, which says, "The plans of the Lord stand firm forever." The plans of the Lord stand firm forever. And it's Psalm 33:11. And we just really want them to understand that God has a plan. No matter what's going on, God has a plan, and we can trust that, and we can buy into that. And what we're doing, this is a neat month, because what we're doing is we're looking at the story of Joseph. We talked about it back on Monday at the beginning of Joseph's story. And we're looking at Joseph's life, and or at least the what is given to us in the Bible, and man, he went through a lot of stuff. And so we're kind of starting it starts with him all the way up to when he is second in command in Egypt, and how God had a plan the whole time, even though there was times where things went wrong or didn't go the way that Joseph thought they might be planned, or whatever the case may be. God had a plan the whole time, and when he looked back, he was actually able to articulate that and convey that to his brothers, that, hey, listen, no matter what you meant, no matter what you were trying to do, God had a plan for me the whole time. So that just kind of frames a little bit what we're talking about with your kids, and so we hope that helps kind of add to the conversations that you guys have with them, and to frame the stories that we are looking at each week as we bring those to you. So technology these days is a huge thing, and we're looking at computers, we're looking at handheld devices, tablets, all those different kinds of things. And what we're kind of like coming at with the kids is that each of these things has a code. It's got a code that's built in that tells the computer what to do, how to act in this certain situation, how to act in this certain situation, how to act. And so we're trying to tell them, based off of this code, that this month, as we talk about something that is really difficult, especially with something that kids struggle with, and many adults struggle with, many of us, and that's honesty. And the thing about honesty is that honesty is really a code for us. It is what keeps things going well when we are honest, right? It keeps our relationships intact. It strengthens them because we begin to trust each other. It builds trust when we are just consistently honest with each other. And on the reverse side of that, it really damages and breaks down and destroys relationships and destroys trust when we are not honest. And so this month of May, what we're talking about with our elementary kids is that we are choosing to be truthful in whatever we say and do. And that's the definition that we're giving honesty, choosing to be truthful in whatever you say and do. We're going to look at a few different stories, and we're also going to look at a couple verses that kind of, we'll talk about a story kind of around a couple verses, or talk about real life relevant to them at school, at home, whatever it might look like based off of a couple verses. So we really just want kids to start to understand, really start to grasp just how important and how deep honesty goes with trust in relationships, and that we can trust God because God is always honest with us. Can we say the same? No, but when we work hard, we can start to understand why it is so important to get as close to that and close to as honest all the time as we can, because we will be showing the light of God through that. When people can trust us, and then we're telling them about Jesus, and then we're telling them about God and those things, then it has a lot more weight that goes with it versus if they don't trust us at all. So honesty is what we're talking about this month. And the verse that we're looking at is Proverbs 10:9, which will be on the screen right here. Proverbs 10:9 is what we're looking at. So that kind of gives you a context about what we're talking about with your kids, and you can kind of go through that with them. And so we just really hope that these are great conversations for you guys, again, just like we said before, and that this just kind of frames each week as we're looking at the specific stories and specific verses, that this kind of frames all of that. So Proverbs 10:9, and honesty, choosing to be truthful in whatever you say and do. We hope that sets up the month well for you. Again, let us know if there's anything else that we can do for you. It is an honor and a privilege to do this with you guys. And honestly, it's our favorite thing. We love partnering with families, and that is what we're here for, and to support and encourage you and give you all the necessary tools that you need to be the best disciples for your kids that you can be. So have an awesome rest of the week, and we will see you on Sunday. Hey guys, as always, thanks for checking this out, and if you've been here before, awesome, thanks so much for coming back. If you want to refresh on some of the videos, they're over here. For those of you that are first time, there's a lot of videos there. We've been doing this for a little while, so go back and check those out. If you haven't subscribed, you can do that right over here, or there's a button below this video that you can do that, just so you can be the most up-to-date in what's going on. Again, we're here for you to encourage, equip, give you tips and tools, and just to help you be the best disciples that you can be for your kids. So let us know how we can do that, and we will see you later.